Hey y'all, welcome to the monthly Q&A for Book Bounty. If you are new here, welcome. Grab your favorite cup of tea, coffee, or beverage of choice. Light that candle. Let's just get cozy tonight. I put out a post on Instagram on the Star Wars Book Bounty Instagram, which is SW Book Bounty. Follow it if you haven't already. I put on there a post asking for some questions, and I did get a few that I wanted to answer. For next month, if you want questions answered, whether it be about Star Wars books, book collecting, etc., just drop it down in the comments below, and I will do a video on December 15th for the next Q&A, and then I'll put a post on Instagram the week before, so that will be great. I am super excited. Tomorrow is the Thrawn Ascendancy Lesser Evil is coming out, which will be great. I'm gonna get my copy probably a couple days after, waiting for that signed copy to come in. So let's go ahead and dive into these questions. Starting off with shelby's.shelf.reviews on Instagram. What Star Wars book did you read that stuck with you long after you were finished with it, and why? So this one I had to think about before and try to think, but I did pick out Rogue One Catalyst. This book has been brought up quite a bit in some of my videos, but again, to reiterate, how this book makes me think and feel about the Separatists specifically, and it just really stuck with me to the point where when I was rewatching Clone Wars after having read this, I just see the Separatists in a whole different light, and it makes you really question, like, are they really the bad guys? And so if you haven't read Catalyst, read Catalyst. It's so good, especially if you're a Clone Wars fan, if you're a Rogue One fan, if you're a fan of like that era between A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith. Oh, it's so good. While this does take place mostly during the Clone Wars, it's still, you get some good vibes, and I love Rogue One and Catalyst. Fantastic. Journals of the Wills asks, tell us about your first experience of Star Wars. So my first experience with Star Wars is interesting. I was a wee lad in diapers, and I have this image, and it's the earliest memory I have. You know, maybe I got exposed to Star Wars earlier than this. This is pretty early, but this is my earliest memory. Is I have a memory of me standing in diaper in front of my TV in my childhood home, and just watching. I can see myself watching Return of the Jedi. You know, we had the 4, 5, and 6, so you know, maybe I saw 4 first or 5 first. But my earliest memory is definitely myself in diapers, and that was my first experience and exposure. And you know, grew up as an elementary kid, going into this prequels. And then Star Wars kind of died down a little bit. I was obviously a huge fan of Clone Wars. That kept it going. But I really became, I guess, what you consider a very passionate diehard. My family says crazy, but I think otherwise. Maybe not. Fan, like right before The Force Awakens came out. I found a YouTube show that I followed, and then since then it's been quite the ride, let's just say that. Star Wars Book Collector asks, what is your white whale? So I had to look this up because I actually have not heard the phrase, what is your white whale, before. And so if in case you don't know, this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Star Wars Book Collector, like, please. But from what I'm seeing here, it says something that someone pursues obsessively and with little chance of success, or something that will not get finished. So that is interesting, and that's going off of obviously basically like Moby Dick and everything, which makes sense now. And if that's not correct, please correct me, because whenever you asked that, I was like, what is that? I had to ask my parents. I was like, I like texted them. I was like, Mom, Dad, what does this mean? I Googled it, and I was like, interesting. It's interesting. I would say, I guess one thing I'm chasing passionately, and hopefully it's going to be successful, but I'm chasing passionately, like, I want to get into like film journalism and screenwriting and things in the film industry. I really love films and movies and writing, and so I think that is something that I'm definitely pursuing, and hopefully with content creating and such, maybe I'll find success. As of now, you know, it's still stepping stones and early stones. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would go along with that. I guess writing a book, because I keep trying to write a book for like the past couple of years, and that hasn't happened yet. And finally, ETH13 asks, I guess that's a good way to pronounce it. I know who you are. Um, are you happy with the handling of Ventress and Quinlan's character in Dark Disciple? I personally think it was an amazing expansion on both of their characters and a good ending for Asajj, but I've heard other opinions as well. So, Dark Disciple, I have the soft back cover. I really want to try to get the hardback. Fun fact, I'm a stickler for hardback. I love my hardbacks. So my goal was to collect all the canon in hardback. So the ones that I don't have in hardback, I need to get. I still have a few that I need to get that are easily to get, but there's a few that I don't have, like some of the early ones that I don't have. Dark Disciples 1, Heir to the Jedi. That's the Luke one, I think. I don't have that. I don't have a New Dawn. I also don't have Tarkin in hardback and Lords of the Sith in hardback. Those ones are hard. I have a few others that I don't have, but those ones are still available. I should definitely get those before they're not. But yes, Dark Disciple. It's been a while since I've read this, but I overall had no complaints. This is not one of my favorite Star Wars books, and I probably should reread it to give it a shot and to maybe like refresh my memories on it. But I definitely respected and appreciated what they did with it. It's based off of the Katie Lucas scripts and story ideas that were going to be used in the Clone Wars. It would have been really good and awesome to see it visually, but I am glad at the very least that we do get this story. This cover is very also it's so beautiful, just striking. Great stuff. I would not be opposed to have more Christy Golden in Star Wars. I think it's been a while since she's written something. I don't remember. This wasn't the only thing she's written, has it? I feel like there's something else, but nothing's coming out to me. So, more Christy Golden, please. But yeah, overall, Dark Disciple, loved it. I had no issues and quarrel with how they treated those characters and what ended up with them. I think it was a good conclusion for that character, especially with what we've seen. Fantastic. So that is all of the questions that I have for today. Thank you to the four of you for posting those. It really means a lot to me as I am growing this community, helping people collect Star Wars books, talking about Star Wars books. It is fantastic. So again, if you want to ask a question about myself, about Star Wars, collecting books, anything like that, drop it down in the comments and I'll answer it in December's Q&A. And then in the meantime, keep an eye out for some more great videos and also some great content about Star Wars collecting. Pretty much the year is ending out, but pretty soon we're going to be getting wave 3 of phase 1 of the High Republic, which means more special covers to get and such. So more autographs to chase. So again, thank you guys for all of your support. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the community. Follow the Instagram account at SW Book Bounty, and then also all the information for collecting books is on book-bounty.com. All the links and stuff is down in the description. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you.